All right, so today is a Sunday. Usually today, the wife does a lot of the grocery shopping on Sunday, Saturday some, but definitely on a day, Sunday is when we start basically reading up for the meals that I'm gonna have going into the week. So I'm really a component of just having a stockpile of stuff, chicken, rice, spinach, green beans, whatever I'm gonna have, and then just dipping out of it as the week goes by. But today we're not gonna cover a whole bunch of meal stuff. We're gonna cover something that I do like to eat for one of my pre-workout meals or post-workout meal. And it really just depends on where I am as far as the day and my macros are. And typically in a season like I am now I'm in the build season, I'm not in the cut season. So I'm not really like trying to skim everything off, but we're gonna kind of do that a little bit so I can give you some numbers as to calories, you know, fats, protein, and carbs, so you can see what it makes up. It may or may not fit in your scheme, depending on what you're doing, depending on your size. That's why personalized meal plans are very important. So you can go to my website, www.thatguyhealth.com, check out that. I even have a calorie calculator, so you can put in your body matrix and it will give you your caloric values that you want to do, whether you're going to build or you're going to lose. So let's get to this. These are not part of that. These are part of my weekly prep. These green beans, fresh from the Chandler Farms, fresh green beans, no pesticides, all right? So one of my pre-workout go-tos, post-workout meals, whatever, is this: rice, craisins, and cinnamon. Love it, all right? So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to bring up my FitnessPal, put the things in, and then we'll look at those numbers together and then go over them so that you can see them for yourself. So let me get the screen record on. That way I can go ahead and just bring it up here for you to view it as I log it. All right, so first thing we wanna do, second thing we wanna do, let's go ahead and keep this screen from going blank on you. That way you don't lose any information up here. And let's go right into this. Let's start on a new day. We're just gonna start with meal one, just to put in. Usually 7:30 is when I have my first intake, but we're just doing this for logging purposes so you can see. So give me a bowl. So got my bowl, got my rice. Get a measuring cup, want a cup. So got my 1 cup measuring cup. Then go ahead, get my craisins. Craisins right here. This is something else to add a bit of good taste, because I want something a little sweet. Also helps me kind of ward off those times where you really want a craving and maybe you can't have something. This might be able to fit in there. So we get the craisins. Then got my ground cinnamon, and that's pretty much it, all right? So I already have my cup in here. I know that my measurement cup that I use for my craisins, I keep it in there. I've already scooped and put something in there. It's about half a cup. So right now we're gonna go ahead, take 2 cups of rice, break it up. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do 1 cup of rice. I'm thinking about my regular meal for pre-workout, I do 1 cup of rice. So I'll take 1 cup of rice, scooped in, put that in there. This is my cup. Then what I like to do first, second, put the rice in first. Second, I like to go ahead, give me about a teaspoon of cinnamon and sprinkle that on there. Cinnamon is a good herb. I like it, a good seasoning. Babe, what do you think cinnamon is considered? A seasoning or herb? What do you think? She's the cook. She's the best seasoner in the world. She doesn't know. I'm gonna call this cinnamon as a seasoning. All right. So then we're gonna go in here, my craisins. And I scoop, that's about half a cup. Put those in there. And usually I'll heat that up for about, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds, because the rice hasn't been in there that long. 20 seconds. While that's heating up, let's go ahead and put this in. So I got a cup of white rice, right? So I put it in, white rice comes up because I use it all the time. Take that out. See, like I said, usually I have that in my meal. You see that 2.5. I'm gonna put 1 cup in there. Then I have my craisins. And usually stuff in my FitnessPal will come up right away because you use it a lot. Right there is the craisins. And then I have my cinnamon, not that you would necessarily have to put that in there because it's gonna be very minimal, but if you like tracking everything just to see, put it in there. So we got the cinnamon in there, and right there, let's get this out of here. And there we go, see that? That's what we got. And I'll get my spoon. Voila. So I was gonna eat another My Cookie Dealer cookie, but this right here will suffice. Actually, probably, you know, since I've had one already, it's a better option. So let's go over these numbers. So we have 205 calories when it comes to the cup of white rice, 195 calories at the half a cup of raisins, and 6 calories with the cinnamon. But when we break it all down here, we can see that we will have, let's turn it to the side so we can get the breakdown for that meal one. And that's 97 total carbs, 4 grams of protein, 2 milligrams of sodium, and 44 grams of sugar, and fat is 0. That to me right there. Now, depending on your size, you might actually put 2 cups of rice for your pre-workout if you're a bit bigger person. Me, I like to stick right there. About 100 grams of carbs for me is good enough, especially since this actually will come in between meal 3 and 4. So I've already had a good 3 meals in already, and then I still have 4, 5, and 6, and depending, sometimes 7. So it's not the only thing I'm gonna have. Then I'll have something after I work out, and that will add a little carbs in there if I'm in build season. If I'm in cut-up prep, that might be changed up a little bit. So definitely, I hope that might be something you wanna try. Definitely not overly sweet. It is good. And another thing is it's kind of a little light, not so heavy on the stomach. So you could probably eat this 30 minutes prior to going to work out and be straight. Most times I like to eat an hour prior to going to work out and then go, because I might eat something a bit heavier depending on how late I'm running in the day. So there you go, something quick. Didn't take us long to make it, took us longer to do the video through the explanation. I hope that's something you try out. All right, you know what I always say about this time, be safe, let's build together, peace.